Toga died, but that doesn't matter because he never showed up again.
And he never... Although he might appear in another filler arc.
Yeah.
Like, you saw how the little Bount dolls appeared at the beginning of the Rancor arc.
Did they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there were a Rancor and the Bount dolls present at the same time.
I just remember...
Because the anime can use filler characters, even in non-filler arcs, as long as it's consistent within itself.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to follow the manga like that.
Even so, the Bount arc is pretty clearly, between the Soul Society and the Rancor arc. When they did the new Captain Amagai arc, they basically just said it's somewhere else in the story.
No.
They didn't specify where.
They said, okay, let's take a break from the Rancor arc and do this instead.
Yeah, but it doesn't really...
Yet.
My guess is that it takes place sometime after the entire main series.
No. But then
How
you
could
don't
it,
know. Unless you spoiled it for yourself. You don't know what happens
That's
next.
what I'm guessing, because from what I know, they're still in Wake Mundo. They didn't just come out and then go back to conveniently fight Ulquiorra, which I'm sure is going to happen.
Maybe they had another reason for going back.
Oh, those two scheming together.
What? You mean Kumor and Jaeger?
Yes. Maybe they saw that they had a lot in common with each other.
A lot in common? Like being raving lunatics. Whatever the case, they made one hell of a combo.
Looking at those two made me feel totally normal.
Get a couple of nasty people together and they'll put together some nasty plans. We were right to let
Maybe it's
Flynn deal
immediately
with it
before
before
the
things got
Rancor
really
arc,
out of
after
hand.
the Bound arc.
No, because the Bount arc goes directly into the Rancor arc, doesn't it?
No. Does it? No, it doesn't.
Because I can't remember.
If you consider any Rancor episode as the first episode of the Rancor arc, that's after the Bounts are done with.
Yeah, episode
Remember?
110, where...
They go home. There's that last episode where we see Koga.
Yeah.
He leaves, and they all just walk on home, and Ichigo gets awarded the combat pass. So
no, that was at the end of the Soul Society arc.
Oh, that's true. Anyway, still, they just walk on home after the end of the Bount arc. And after that, maybe this arc happens. Then again, we don't know. Maybe it'll be revealed to us later.
I'm guessing that the Captain Amagai arc occurs somewhere outside of the main timeline, like after it happened.
I don't think so. It doesn't make sense. It's not what the anime's been doing up to now.
I'm pretty sure that's what they did with, like, the first movie, too.
No, the first movie took place between Soul Society and Bount. Because Ichigo had his combat pass.
No. That doesn't make any sense either, because
It makes perfect sense. It took after the Soul Society arc, but before the Bounts were introduced.
Yeah, but they also show Rukia's Shikai, which isn't introduced until sometime later in the main series, isn't it?
So what? Does Ichigo act like he's never ever seen it before?
It. Our guild's
No.
off and running.
Wait, Ichigo
What
didn't even
settles
see
what?
it.
Our guild's gonna be called Brave Vesperia. Estelle came up with it for us.
Brave Vesperia, huh? Don't tell me you actually got Estelle to become a member.
No. It's just the three of us for now. I'm the boss, and then there's Yuri and Judith, too. What do you think? Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing. They actually let you be the boss.
Anyway.
Why wouldn't Rukia be able to use Shikai?
Huh.
From what
So
I remember
even the
seeing, it's
Union
only
can't
introduced
sit
in the
still when it
6th
knows
season.
A princess of the Empire
Yeah, but it
is
can be
out on
introduced in the
loose.
movie first, and then...
From my understanding, what the filler arcs are supposed to be separated from the main continuity of it.
Not of
with
the
the
anime.
exception of the Bount arc.
Not of the anime.
Then the Dawn knows
The Bount
that
arc
I'm
is the only
a
filler
candidate
arc
for
we've
the
seen so
Imperial
far.
throne, too.
And the...
This new arc, we only seen 2 episodes of it.
Yeah, but that
Doesn't
one,
count
that
much.
one I'm pretty sure explicitly goes in somewhere outside of the main timeline.
I don't believe this. I guess we'll see.
It has to be. I mean,
We'll see in the weeks to come once more episodes
because
goes
he
by.
just rescued Orihime from...
So maybe he went home.
They couldn't go... It's not just that simple. They're, like, deep somewhere inside of Wake Mundo.
So they rode the worm and opened a gate
That's why
somewhere.
he told me to come keep an eye on you.
So you're here to observe her? That's kind of creepy.
Really?
What? Is it just me?
Yes, it's just you, Carol.
Anyway, here I finally catch up with you, and I wind up sticking my foot in that mess back there. It hasn't been easy for old Raven.
But why worry so much about Estelle?
It's only natural considering the state of things between the Empire and the Union.
Union.
Each side is trying to
Yeah,
fill the
that's
other
the
out.
guild's
The Dawn just wants to keep
council.
track of their movements.
So, you're all planning on looking for this pharaoh by going to the sands of Kogor.
Yes.
Do you know what sort of place a desert is?
It's all sand.
Well, it's hot and dry, and they've got a lot of sand there.
That's putting it lightly. It's not as easy as all that, though.
Our plan is to get to the area together first.
And then?
Then I guess we'll go around and ask where Pharaoh is.
I don't even know where to begin commenting on that plan.
I do. Sounds like a dumb plan.
Yeah.
So it's not just that you don't want to go back to the castle
I'm still
anymore,
arguing
right?
for the movie being after Soul Society and before the...
Well,
Can we focus on the game?
Wait.
Yeah.
What if it's after the Bount arc and before the Arankar arc? That makes a lot more sense.
How can you tell? I mean, the only...
You can't.
Yeah.
We know it's after the Soul Society arc, but before the Arankar arc.
How do we?
How do... Wow.
All we know is it's after the Soul Society arc.
Good question.
They don't mention any of the main, things they've done up till that point. However, I guess if there's any kind of evidence, it's the fact how irresponsibly Ichigo uses his combat pass. Because he just uses it and leaves his gi guy lying around.
He also doesn't just throw around... Well, he uses Bankai at the end.
Yeah.
He does. But he doesn't use holification. Alright? Given the fact that he doesn't use holification, I'm thinking it's before the Arankar arc. Before his training with the Vizards. It could be before or after the Bount arc. That's irrelevant.
At any rate, let's just...
It'd be
Just play this
easier on
game.
Old Raven if you did, though. I'm just saying.
No, I'm sorry, but I have to know the truth behind Pharaoh's words.
Huh.
A guy named
Well,
Pharaoh in a
The
desert.
Desier
Yeah.
continent actually suits me just fine.
Why? Because like you, it's old and dry.
Why is that?
I've got to go to Nordopolica for another errand I'm running for the Don. Have to deliver a letter to Bellius.
Whoa, that's pretty important.
That's the boss of the Colosseum and ruler of
Colosseum.
Nordopolica, isn't it?
I love Colosseums.
Technically speaking, he's called the Duce.
Duce? Letter magically
Do you know
floats
what's
across the
written on the
room.
He threw it.
I know. It didn't look like he threw it. It looked like it magically floated across the room.
Like Harry Potter.
It's got something to do with those monsters that attacked Dongrist. In particular about that Pharaoh chap you all are following.
Chap?
Don thinks Bellius will know something about that monster.
Looks like it just became worth our while to pay this Bellius a visit too.
Right.
So if you don't mind, Raven here will just tag along with you.
That's fine, but you'll have to follow the laws of brave Vesperia.
Got it. It's not like I can go join in your guild, you know? You understand.
Why can't you join Brave Vesperia?
He's already in another guild, maybe?
It's against the rules for anybody to be in two guilds at the same time.
Told
And
you.
I guess technically speaking, you are a member of Altosk.
What do you mean, technically?
So are we done?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some rest then.
Okay. What do you think Rita's gonna do?
I think she just said she was going to get some rest. Oh,
What in-
that's
Does
not
this
what he
mean
meant.
we're
Does
Oh,
she always
do
wear
we
that
leave
sock on
tomorrow?
the same leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What,
we'll
does
only down at the
asymmetry
harbor
bother
then.
you?
Just a little, but it would be okay if she alternated legs.
Yeah. Who parted with everybody? Oh, great.
The main character. I'll just go talk to Rudith already.
Rudith? Seriously? What's the matter, boss? Not
I don't know
we
if
care.
I like calling you that. Oh, okay.
It is kind of weird. Yuri is 21, and he's going around calling a 12-year-old boss.
It's sarcasm, of
Yeah.
course. We know that.
By the way, I did check. Yuri is the oldest Tails main.
At 21.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Of course, official age is... Ichigo's supposed to be 15, but
I
he's
know.
not.
He's
He's not.
he's 15.
He's like 17, 18.
Well, maybe now.
Is he now? No.
Because isn't there supposed to be like a year between, what's his name? Aizen's betrayal and when the Arrancar fully developed?
Yeah, but we have the Bound arc and this movie and whatever other stuff to occupy.
I know there's supposed to be a lot of time in between the two, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like the little fact they presented that Rukia and Renji hadn't spoken in 40 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It's a long time.
Well, they're immortal.
They're not immortal.
Quite. They're not immortal?
No, they're going to die eventually. I mean, how do you explain how Yamamoto has aged to that point? I know, but he's still only like a couple thousand years old.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Could have sworn it'd be more than...
He's not even old enough to remember the bounce.
He's not?
I don't think so.
I think he
Remember,
would be.
because he had to have...
Ron Tao would be older then.
Yeah, but she did something.
She had some plastic surgery stuff going on.
Yeah, no, but because remember, he had to have...
he founded the academy for the Seri.
But remember, he had to have Byakuya look up the history regarding, what, like, that one crest was.
Because he doesn't... Because he never cared.
No, if he was around back then, he'd know that.
Maybe he wasn't a captain back then. Maybe he wasn't an important know-it-all guy back then.
I think he'd still know it.
I don't think it was common... Maybe it wasn't common knowledge. I don't know.
Anyway, back to this. We have to, like, do some kind of Bleach commentary sometime. And then we'll sit around watching Bleach, and then we'll talk about Tales games.
Yep, that's exactly
because of course there's the rule, anybody who's been a voice actor in Bleach is a voice actor somewhere in a Tales game.
Yep, and vice versa.
Yeah. No, only with a very few exceptions. Okay. Like Uryu. He hasn't been in a Tales.
Minor voices.
I don't think he's even been
Symphonia 2, no?
He's not in any Tales.
There are voices that sound really similar to him. You sure him just might not be what's it called?
Uncredited?
Yeah.
I think they'd pick him up because, like, someone who is listed as an announcer in this game was in Bleach.
Maybe he did go uncredited. I don't know.
Anyway.
That kid sounded a lot like him.
Let's see, this is Rita. Do we care what she has to say? Yeah, I guess so. Can we leave it at that then? Let's see. Succession to the throne. Yeah, she's a princess after all.
So it's out. Okay, I'm still thinking about the Bleach arc, the Amagai one. Based on Uryu's bow, and the fact that Ichigo just carelessly tosses around Bankai, it has to be after the Arrancar arc. After this part we've already seen.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's way after the main part. Because they don't mention Aizen anymore. Do they?
Do they? I don't know.
Because he might already be dead or sealed for like 1,000 years or something.
Oh, but they haven't picked new captains yet.
They're starting to. They've been too busy dealing with, of course, Aizen.
They have to pick an official canon captain, though. They can't just leave the seats going empty forever.
I want to see... Here's what I want to see. I want to see, like, Ichigo become a captain or something. And I want to see Renji and then maybe Izuru become
No. There's
a captain.
3 spots open. Urahara, Ichigo's dad, Yoruichi.
Those 3 have
3
already
spots
quit, though.
open. They come back.
Yoruichi probably isn't going to go back because... I doubt Urahara and Yoruichi will go back just because they left... Well, no. Urahara is a criminal, actually.
Yeah, things like that can be
He was going to be made human, but he ran away, apparently.
He was going to be made human?
Yeah, or something.
That's kind of cool.
And he ran away to escape that punishment. Neat. And then Yoruichi left because she had, like, artistic differences.
She had stuff going on with Urahara, too.
Yeah.
Can't forget that. And we don't know about Ichigo's dad yet.
Ichigo's dad, I have a feeling, did something similar to...
Ichigo's dad fell in love with Ichigo's mom.
Okay, he's the Kratos.
Yeah, there we go. He is the Kratos.
Anyway. Gotta keep it.
No, they could come back.
I really want to see Ichigo become a captain.
Maybe.
However, apparently there's a lot of people who don't think that's possible based on the fact that he's a wizard.
I don't think that's possible based on the fact that he's the main character. It's like seeing Naruto become Hokage. Honestly, it's not going to happen, people.
Yeah, that one went over my head. Anyway.
Anyone who's ever watched Naruto, even for like 5 episodes, knows that.
Anyway, I still at least want to see Renji become a captain. I can see
Renji
that.
could become a captain. I want to see that other guy.
Izuru? Kira?
No.
What other guy?
The guy with the Bankai in Kenpachi Squad.
Ikaku.
Ikaku can be a captain.
All right, those are the 3 I would.
Renji, Ikaku, and who?
Izuru.
Why Izuru?
If not Ichigo, Izuru.
Why Izuru?
Because I like his
voice.
No, his Shikai. It's
too rectangular.
I like its power though. It's really cool. You know, doubles the weight of everything it cuts.
That's mildly interesting. Rukia'd make a better captain than that. I don't know. Are there any others that we know of?
Well, let's see. At least we know
Matsumoto
that...
would not make a great captain.
At least we know that Renji and Ikaku have achieved Bankai, though, which
This is true. That's a requirement for everybody except Kenpachi, who doesn't need it.
Because he killed the other captain, whatever his name was.
Mm-hmm. Although you just know Kenpachi's going to get some kind of Bankai and become extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Hold his own against the Vizards and the Urankar and all that.
By the way, apparently from what I've seen from, there's actually, power ratings that Kubo gave all the captains, and apparently...
Who's Kubo?
The mangaka.
Ooh, the guy who wrote it?
Yeah.
The author? Alright.
Anyway.
At what point in the timeline?
I guess during the Soul Society arc, because it just lists all the present captains then, and apparently he's listed as the weakest captain.
Kenpachi?
Yeah.
In power rating?
Which makes sense because he was beaten by Ichigo.
No.
But it doesn't...
So was Byakuya Kuchiki.
Yeah. It doesn't make... No, if Yachiru wouldn't have been there,
Squad 4 captain.
Kenpachi would have died. I think we know.
It was Yachiru.
His lieutenant.
Oh.
Because they both would have sustained fatal injuries if Yoruichi or Yachiru hadn't been there.
Yeah, well, he's gotten stronger since then. Also, Squad 4's captain, stronger fighter than Kenpachi. Really?
Who is Squad 4
The woman, the healer.
Oh yeah. Oh, are you serious? She's supposed to be one of the strongest captains.
In combat?
Yes. She's also one of the oldest.
Since when?
The 3 most powerful rated captains in the Soul Society are Yamamoto. She's second. Unohana is second, and then what's his name?
Yukitake?
No. He's 6th. Kyoraku.
Who's Kyoraku?
Shinsui. The guy who wears the straw hat and the pink.
But Shinsui's supposed to be out on par with Yukitake.
Yeah, but Ukitake is below...
Is that because he's sick?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, because they're supposed to be about equals.
Because what I've called the 500 Club, based on these ratings, are Yamamoto and Aizen. Whoops. Can you hear me there?
Of course Yamamoto's the most powerful.
Yamamoto and Aizen are ranked about the same. Why have I not been paying attention?
Exactly.
Then it's Unohana, Shinsui, then Byakuya. Byakuya is 4th overall.
So he got beaten by Ichigo.
Yeah.
And now Ichigo's a Vizored, so that just ups his power even more. What's going on up there with the blue and green circles? Let's go up the stairs and find out. Go up those...
What blue and green circles?
Just go up the stairs.
Oh, those are that's just some kind of shop thing.
Really?
Yeah, I doubt you can go in here.
No. Oh, it's a sign.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little spinning wind sign.
And then right below Byakuya is Hitsugaya. And then it's Ukitake, and then other people.
No.
That's how the author has it set.
I don't care how the author has it set until it's revealed to me in the anime. Until then, Aizen doesn't count yet. Yamamoto is still up top. Followed by Yukitake and Shisuke, however it is pronounced his name. Them two. How do you pronounce it? The guy with the straw hat.
Shinsui.
They're below Yukitake.
And
then you have Kenpachi. And that woman, she's She's
Unohana?
not. She's not dead last. She's near dead last. Because she has not done any fighting at all.
I've spoiled it for myself, but I'm not going to tell you. But
why would you spoil it for
because
yourself?
I like to know everything about these characters.
Yeah, I like finding them out as I go along. Wanting to know everything about these characters keeps me watching the show.
Anyway, you will remember though that those Squad 11.
Yeah.
You know, the people who were, well, even though they were just kind of know regular Shinigami, they were terrified of making her angry.
What they were?
Yeah.
She's a captain.
Yeah, but they were particularly terrified of her.
Were they? And when was this?
It was like at the end of the Soul Society arc.
Okay. Whatever. Kenpachi's not the weakest. He has to be stronger than that scientist captain.
Yeah. No, actually, no, he's not. Sorry. He's still rated below.
Well, he's above.
Plus,
because I say so.
I have a feeling Mayuri could beat him if he... All Mayuri has to do is just cut him once, and then he won't be able to move.
He wouldn't be able to cut him once. It would not happen.
Yeah, it would, because Kenpachi is like some kind of masochist and loves to be cut.
Yeah, but if he knew that would be the result, he wouldn't do it. Or he'd pull a Uryu and just do something crazy and win.
Let's see. Wait,
there's
where's
Estelle.
Judith?
There's Estelle.
Yeah, but I have a feeling.
Judith.
I have a feeling if we talk to Estelle, it'll end this whole thing. And where is she?
There's Rapide.
Have I just walked by her? I already talked to Rapide.
I don't know. Maybe she's in a building.
Oh well, we'll just talk to.
No, don't end it. Go talk to Judith. Remember when Kenpachi wanted to fight Tosin and... Not Tosin. And the other captain?
Yeah. Then again,
he could have pulled that off. Not quite. The two of them together would have beaten him.
Okay.
He didn't even look scared. He was all like, come at me 4-1. 4-on-1.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Tosin kind of just wanted to play around with him and didn't, like... If he wanted to, he could have used his power to cut Kenpachi in half while he couldn't see anything. But
really?
He decided to, like, drag things out.
Not seeing anything doesn't really hurt him if you saw him versus Ichinose.
Yeah, but...
He doesn't need to see.
Is this? No, couldn't be.
Try a building.
Maybe she's back in here, I don't know.
He doesn't need to see. Okay, Tosin, we don't know how strong he really is because he ran off with Aizen. And, like, I'm sure Ichimaru is ridiculously powerful, too.
Ichimaru apparently was rated, like, I think below Ukitake, but above Soifone.
Oh, well, there's Soifone, too.
I'm just gonna talk to Estelle. I can't find.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wait, where does Urahara and Yoruichi fit into this? Where are they going?
I have a feeling Urahara is extremely powerful.
Him too. Not as strong as Yamamoto or
because
Aizen,
do you know the deal about Yami?
What Yami?
Yami Realgo, 10th Espada.
Yeah.
You know.
He's the weakest of the Espada.
Okay. Anyway. Well, I'll just pretend that's the way things actually... Well, let's pretend that's not the way they are. Let's pretend that he's actually the strongest. And no one knows it.
Oh, is he really?
I'm not gonna tell you. But,
the guy got his arm cut off and, like, whoosh.
I know.
Is he the Espada rank?
Do you want me to tell you?
No. Stupid spoilers.
Okay.
At
any rate...
Why would you spoil it for yourself? No, you don't know anything beyond episode 169.
Yes, I do, because I've been on Bleach Wiki.
You, for the purposes of this conversation, you don't know anything beyond episode 169.
Okay. Anyway, for all of you who actually know what I'm talking about...
No.
Urahara went in... I remember one episode where he fights against Yami and just,
now
like...
stop.
He like, just, like...
Yeah, he did that more than once. Even the part we've already seen.
Huh.
He cut off Yami's arm. He messed around with Yami another one at a time.
Why am I just skipping through this? I have no idea what's going on.
Who cares?
Anyway, I have a feeling that Urahara is at least on the level of Aizen as far as power goes.
Alright, but now for the rest of this conversation, you don't know anything past 169. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sticking with my theory that Ichigo, Aizen, and Urahara all end up becoming Vizards.
That does make, you know, that does...
Not officially the organization Vizards, but they get hollow masks.
That does add the interesting point as to why... Oh, here's Judith.
Mm-hmm. It's why what?
Why if Aizen knows he can become more powerful...
It's been my turn.
Yeah, I know. Why, if he knows he can become more powerful, if he, you know, becomes a Vizard, he hasn't?
Maybe he has.
Yeah. That becomes, like, the big reveal. Like, Ichigo, who just now has cultivated his powers enough to be what he thought Aizen was.
And then Aizen just puts on his own mask.
Yeah.
Oops.
And then Urahara comes in and then shows he's still just more powerful anyway.
Huh? And then Yamamoto shows up and things get crazy.
Or Orihime does what she was intending on and destroys the Hokokyu. Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't know anything past 169, so continue.
Okay, but since she just kind of erases its existence, wouldn't that kind of... I wonder if that's how they're going to resolve the series. She destroys the Hokokyu, but it erases everything that had happened.
No.
Ichigo getting his powers?
No.
Or at least the Soul Society arc. Because, if you'll recall, the only reason they had Rukia come back is because Aizen needed to recover the Hokyoku, which is in her Yigai. So if she...
Attached to her soul, actually. Not in the Gigai. It's in her soul itself.
No, whatever.
There's a difference. Aizen didn't know how to just go to the world of living and rip it out, or he would have. He had to research that. I don't even know where we're going. Here, you take that.
Anyway, I think we're going back to the end.
Okay.
I want to save at least. The point is, I have a feeling that might be how they resolve the series.
No.
If it doesn't get canceled before, you know.
Why would it get canceled?
Because it's, like, extremely long.
Naruto hasn't been canceled yet, and it's still popular.
At any rate. We'll see what happens, but... that would be an interesting resolution. They just erase it.
She doesn't turn back time. She just erases things in their own little bubble.
I would think that would be interesting. She erases that, and with that, the experiences of everybody up until that point.
That's horrible. That would not be good.
I don't think so.
I think that's quite terrible.
It'd be kind of cool.
It makes it all worthless. And it erases the possibility of a direct sequel of any sort.
Yeah, like... Didn't Dragon Ball Z have such a sequel?
No, it didn't. Dragon Ball Z, that never happened. The time got erased like that. Except for a minor movie.
Oh,
it doesn't count.
The movies don't count, though.
Exactly. Even the Bleach movie, they erased Senna's memories and stuff, everything with everybody with her.
Yeah, but...
That doesn't count either.
Ready to go?
What should we do about Rita?
I have no idea.
That one has her own matters to attend to.
That sounds about right.
So, first to the harbor and then find a boat?
Huh? You mean...
Are you coming too?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you had to go do?
You were going to investigate the air craner, weren't you?
It turns out the one at Cave Mock the Commandant asked me to look into has already been researched. I haven't really made up my mind about which route to take to research the others.
So you'll be using us to help with your investigations?
Precisely.
Well, there's no guarantee I won't run into trouble like back at Heliord. Anyway, it'll be safer for me this way than going alone.
Nice to see your glowing personality hasn't changed.
This means we'll be able to travel together
Does
again.
that mean you spoiled
happy.
it for yourself about the Visor organization too?
No, I actually have no idea what's going on with that.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. Anyway, we were going to the harbor, right?
To be young
Dear
again,
God, 50
I tell
episodes
ya.
will be a year. At one a week. That's disappointing. I just thought about that.
You got something you want to say?
Whoa! Down, girl!
Down, girl.
To the harbor then.
I might just cut that. I'm not gonna cut that out. I'm just saying
The Bleach
I might.
conversation.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore. I'm seriously gonna starve.
Can I eat a gel?
No.
Does the pooch look a little scary to anyone else?
Oh, he's probably just hungry enough for his wild instincts to kick in.
The pooch isn't the only one about to go wild.
I'm no good at diets, seriously.
This isn't a diet, it's a fast. Why do we have to stop eating too?
We can't have delicious smells just wafting by. We're just as hungry as you are.
What a tyrant.